What was that?
We'll win the rest of the movie.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To get started, we need a suggestion.
Viva Zapata!
What was that?
Viva Zapata!
Viva Zapata! I don't have a story. So, when I came to this country, my principal, I'm not from around here, I'm from Colombia. Anyway, when I came to this country, my principal, Dr. Ana Moyanes, asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I stupidly said I wanted to be president, and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You have to be born in this country to be president." So my dreams, whoosh, crashed.
I discovered when I was about 3 years old that I wanted to be a grandpa when I grew up. I think it was in church, and I would just like crawl around the pews, I guess. My parents just let me loose in the pews. And I would crawl around and climb up on old men's laps. I don't know why. In my church specifically, but just their faces are fascinating when you're young, you know? So I wanted to be a grandpa.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a veterinarian because I really like animals. And then I found out that what vets mostly do is make it so animals can't reproduce, or they just plain put them to sleep. That was really depressing to me, and I had first-hand experience with this. I feel like maybe I've told this story before. I lived on Long Island, but my dad raised chickens. We had a chicken coop, bird enthusiast. Yeah, my brother and I sold the eggs to the neighbors for like a nickel. It was an experienced capitalist, yeah. So once our dog got out and took a big chunk out of one of the chicken's necks. Yeah. So it was dying, and it was really scary and bloody and stuff. And I was like 6 years old. My dad took it, put it in a plastic bag. This is humane. And he put it on the muffler of the car because it's carbon monoxide and goes to sleep.
I remember when I was a kid, I went fishing with my father for the first time, which is not something that we ever did much because he was not like an angler. But I just had gotten it in my head that like at 7, like I should go fishing with my dad. I was like, Dad, I think it's time. And I was not prepared for when we got the fish home that my dad would try to clean them and gut them himself. And that involved like taking this rusty, horrible, like curved blade implement out of like some corner of the garage which he had never used, and lopping their heads off, and they were still just lying there for like 10 minutes, like pulsing. I didn't eat any of them. I was horrified.
I'm not from around here either. I'm from the District of Columbia. While I can be president, I can't vote for the House of Representatives. So. But I'm actually from Alexandria, Virginia, which is just outside, and we used to take field trips into DC all the time. And when I was in like 7th grade, I developed this ability to mimic people's signatures, or like to do like cool signatures. So I had this little business going for a little while, where if there was a field trip that people's parents wouldn't let them go on, I would forge their parents' signatures.
When I was in 10th grade, I took a career aptitude test at school, and I was going through this phase where I would wear a black pea coat every day, and I didn't like talking to anyone. So all of the questions on this test were like, if you were sitting on a bus and you overheard a conversation, would you join in if you had an opinion? So just for every single thing I wrote, I wouldn't talk to anyone. I wouldn't talk to anyone. And the result I got was that I should be an operations manager in the wood industry.
I am an operations manager, which is weird, at an advertising. And I don't really have a specific story other than to say that I hate my job. And my boss is crazy, and we have this air conditioning unit that, like, if this side of the office is hot, everybody else is freezing. And it would cost like $800,000 to fix it, and every day my boss is like, can we do something about this? And I've worked here for like 3 years now, and have like explained it to her like a million times, and she just refuses refuses to let it go. And I just want to kill her. I can't stand it. I'm like, don't you know that I have no power?
I took Spanish in high school. Viva zapatos, which means live the shoes. My Spanish name in high school was Juan, I believe, but everyone in the class called me Senor Nariz, which in Spanish means Mr. Nose. So it was cool to be made fun of in multiple languages. It was awesome. That was great.
I just wanted to be a grandpa.
We had a lot of birds.
It's hard. It's so
Look, I wanted to manage the operations of this wood shop because I don't want to talk to anybody. I understand you want to know if I'm single. We're the only two people here in the whole outpost.
Just that I'm chopping the wood over there, you're over here, and might come and say hi to the new guy. I mean,
That's exactly why I got into this work. I don't want anything to happen. I'm sorry. You seem really nice and social, gregarious. I don't know.
it's been a little bit rough in here, just chopping away at the wood. I kind of asked for another coworker to come here. I thought maybe it would help my productivity too, but no, whatever, fine.
No. Look, the thing about working with wood is that the wood can tell you a lot about yourself. You know, birch, for example. I don't know if you've ever seen two birch trunks bisecting each other.
I've seen every type of wood.
Every kind of wood?
This is my profession.
Well,
I take this seriously.
no, so do I. That's why I don't like to small talk about it, you know? I'm very serious about wood, okay? It all started for me on Christmas when we chopped down a tree and brought it inside. That was amazing for me.
Beautiful. This is what I dreamed about, that someone else would come in here and we could maybe share memories about why we both ended up in this wonderful industry. I mean, not everyone has such fond memories about their Christmas trees.
Kid, you got me talking.